Imagine if everyone was on self-improvement. Now, bro, I want you to think about this for a second, right? You've been on self-improvement, or you're getting onto self-improvement, and you notice like how beneficial it is for you in your life, right? You're actually confident in yourself. You know, you're building muscle, you're becoming more confident, more attractive to the girls in your class, right? You're becoming more intelligent, reading books, you're having better mental health. You're finally being happy and fulfilled in your life. You know, you're being present, you're being more social with people, you're spending time in nature. You're becoming an actual masculine man, you're becoming a strong man, a courageous man, a man of mastery, a man who improves himself every day, a man of honor and respect, right? And you notice how much self-improvement has changed your life, right? It changed your life in everything. It gave you all these benefits. But imagine if everyone was on self-improvement. Like, imagine that, think about that for a second. 8 billion people on this planet, men and women, all got into self-improvement, all started working out, you know. Men, you know, work out, you know, the women do yoga or something like that, right? And everyone meditates, everyone journals, everyone reads a book a week, or even a book every couple of days, right? Everyone has like their own routine, right? They wake up early in the morning. Like, bro, imagine if the men focused on becoming strong, masculine, you know, providers, and the women focused on becoming, you know, housewives and caretakers, right? And mothers. Imagine if the men focused on becoming more masculine and women becoming more feminine. Like, this is something I've been fascinated with the past few days, right? I've been thinking about this and journaling about this question, you know, what if everyone got on self-improvement? Like, genuinely imagine that. Like, literally, we would have no wars. And bro, just imagine if everyone, you know, spent more time in nature, spent more time, you know, if everyone like read How to Influence and Influence People, everyone practiced their social skills with each other. You know, imagine that. Everyone praising everyone listening to everyone being genuinely interested in each other, right? There will be no arguments, there will be no criticism, right? Imagine if everyone took care of their health. You know, everyone went to bed early and woke up early. Everyone, you know, going to the gym and working out and taking care of their health. Everyone eating healthy food, like foods made out of 1 or 2 ingredients, right? None of this processed crap. Imagine, bro, just imagine that. Imagine if everyone stopped being on social media and stopped, you know, playing video games and stopped watching porn and consuming, you know, like, what do you think would happen? Like, genuinely, I'm curious, what do you think, bro, about this? Like, tell me what do you think in the comments. You know, what do you think would happen if everyone got into self-improvement? What I think, first of all, there will be no wars at all. There will be no wars, no conflict at all, because everyone's meditating, everyone's journaling, everyone's taking care of their mental health, right? We will be the most advanced we have ever been as human beings. You know, medicine will be the most advanced it's ever been, because everyone's reading, everyone's progressing the world. You know, we will be the happiest we have ever been. We'll be the most fulfilled and confident, and honestly, in my opinion, that would be just the perfect world. If everyone genuinely got onto self-improvement and focused on becoming their best version of themselves, that would be the perfect world, in my opinion, honestly. Bro, imagine if everyone, really everyone, focused on solving people's problems and they got money from that. You know, Navarro Ravikant has this analogy which I love, which is, imagine if everyone was a programmer, right? And everyone was focused on programming and robotics. You know, after 20 years, everyone will be doing their own curiosity. Everyone will be following their passions. Everyone will be doing what they love, because robots will be doing everything we want. Everything will be done by robots. We would just be doing what we love, right? You want a new mansion? Boom, robots will build it for you. You want a private plane? Robots will build it for you. You want a burger, a pizza? A robot will deliver it to you in seconds, right? They would do everything for us. And I know, bro, like, self-improvement is this, like, we're in this cult, we're in this, you know, movement, me and you, of like self-improvement, of becoming the best versions of ourselves. And it's so rare. Like me and you are very rare in the world. It's so rare to find people who actually improve themselves. But if we think about it, like if everyone got on self-improvement, how advanced we would be. Like, I would go as far to say as literally 99% of the world's problems would be solved. You know, like we've always heard, like 50% of marriages always end in divorce. That won't happen at all. Because men and women actually desire each other. They actually love each other. There will be no divorce at all. Relationships will be the best they ever been in human history, between men and women, of course. Because the men are becoming masculine and the women are becoming feminine. Men are leveling up in the social hierarchy. Women are becoming, you know, more beautiful and more attractive and feminine, right? We would literally find the cure to cancer, every cancer in the body, after a couple of days, because everyone is reading books, everyone is becoming more educated, learning, right? Because that's our fun. Our fun. There's no social media, there's no phones, there's no video games, there's nothing. It's just learning and reading. We would find the cure to cancer. We would find how to make robots do everything for us. Bro, that's what I think. If everyone got into self-improvement, 99% of the world's problems would be solved. And of course there will still be problems, but they will be very small. And they will be way easier to handle and to solve because we're all solving them together. Everyone loves each other. Everyone serves each other, right? If everyone legit got onto self-improvement, right, and focused on becoming more spiritual and religious and getting closer to God and things like that, I believe 99% of the world's problems will be solved. War, cancer, you know, relationship problems, health problems, everything, right? So that's what I think. Now, I actually, yesterday, I asked AI this same question. So I asked ChatGPT, I asked Gemini, I asked Cloud, and I asked Grok, right? So the 4 top, you know, chatbots on this question. And they gave me a very interesting answer. The 4 of them basically said the same pattern of the same thing, which is in the short term, it would be the worst time to live. Because if you imagine like 8 billion people getting onto self-improvement, right? There will be like tons of withdrawal symptoms, you know, everyone's depressed and anxious and angry at everyone because, you know, everyone stopped getting onto social media, stopped playing video games, stopped eating junk food, right? So the withdrawal symptoms are just insane. It's like when you first get onto self-improvement, remember that time when you got onto self-improvement for the first time, how sad you were, how depressed you were, how hard it was? That's what will happen to 8 billion people on the planet, right? So yeah. And of course, in like social media companies, fast food companies, video games, all these massive trillion-dollar industries would collapse. So yeah, it would suck in the beginning, it would be very hard in the short term, but in the long term, AI said it would be the best time in all of human history. We would be the most advanced we've ever been, the healthiest, the smartest, the best we've ever been, honestly, in every way. In health, in relationships, in knowledge, in happiness, in fulfillment, in confidence, in everything. We would be the best. It would be the best time to live, honestly. That's what AI said. Now, do I think that would happen? Do I think that everyone, 8 billion people will get on self-improvement? Of course not. You know, it's my dream to have everyone get on self-improvement, but I don't think it will happen. You know, and honestly, this is the brutal truth, but the benefit, basically the way we get the benefit of self-improvement is because no one is willing to do it. That's why we get all the benefits. That's why the people who are on self-improvement get all the money. The men get all the women. They get the best health. They get the best access to the best people, the highest value people. That's why we get everything. We get confidence, we get health, we get women, we get jacked, you know, we get money, we become millionaires and billionaires, we get intelligence, we get knowledge, we get everything because no one is willing to do it. No one is willing to get on self-improvement because it's such a rare, like, we're in this world, we're in this bubble of self-improvement that is so extremely rare, and everyone else is just living the exact opposite of us. Everyone else is just doing their own thing. Everyone else is getting out the eating junk food. Everyone else is playing video games. Everyone is addicted to social media, right? So yeah, I think the best thing we can just do is become the best men we can be. Become the best men we can be in every way. In mental health, meditating, journaling, reading books, in intelligence and knowledge, in health, going to the gym, going to bed early, eating protein, eating, good nutritious food, eating foods that are made of 1 or 2 ingredients, right? Being the best versions of ourselves in every single area of life. And when you become that man, when you become the best man that you can become, other people will see, oh, I want everything that he has, so they as well will get on self-improvement. See what I mean? And like, I really want this to happen. And of course you know this, but I don't want to sell you anything. I don't want any money from you. I don't want anything from you. I'm just sharing what I think. I'm just sharing what I think. I want everyone to be on self-improvement. I genuinely believe the world will be an objectively better place for everyone done on self-improvement. Now, of course, self-improvement is different for everyone, right? It's different, for men and women. I think the most powerful way to influence people is to become the person that they want to become. And I think if we just look at it from a third person perspective, like just imagine, bro, like me and you, imagine like we're 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, right? And we get up to self-improvement for 10, 15, 20 years, right? You're jacked, you're making 7, 8 figures. You're making so much money, right? It's insane. You've accomplished everything you've ever wanted, right? 9s and 10s are literally like obsessed with you, right? And you marry like your dream woman. And you marry her. And she lives with you. And she sees how disciplined you are and how every single day you're improving yourself. And she gets onto self-improvement. She starts meditating and journaling and doing yoga and working out and doing her own version of it. And then people see you as a couple, right? And see how good of a relationship you have. So they get onto self-improvement. They start becoming the best versions of themselves. It's compounding, it's contagious, right? So I think that's how we make this world a reality, is we become the best men we can become. You become the best man you can ever become. So yeah, I think it all starts with us men, right? It all starts with the men. We get onto self-improvement, we do it for 10 to 15 years, get every single thing we want. We marry our dream wives, right? And because, feminine women admire and adore masculine men, they will copy us. They will copy what we do because they will see how disciplined we are, how every single day we're getting up and going at it. And then people see, oh, you have such an amazing relationship. How did you do it? Self-improvement, delayed gratification. And then other people get onto it and do the same thing. And then other people get onto it and do the same thing. You see what I mean? That's how we can make this world a reality. A world where everyone is on self-improvement. And a world where I believe 99% of the world's problems will be solved, honestly, if everyone gets onto self-improvement. So yeah, that's what I think. Tell me what you think in the comments. I know I made some brutal, massive truth claims here. But yeah, tell me what you think in the comments. And as always, we're in this together, and we will make it.